the political world was rocked when news that Paul Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi's husband, was attacked in his own home by a hammer-wielding madman. Back to you, Bob. Hello, everyone. This is Keith. Welcome to the Ghetto Sapien channel, your home of inner city intelligence. So, yeah, the news came out. This happened a couple of days ago, I think 2 days ago. I didn't really track this all that tough. But Paul Pelosi was attacked by some guy in his own home in San Francisco while Nancy Pelosi just happened to be out of town. Paul Pelosi, this is his second time in the news. He was in the news a couple of weeks ago for driving drunk and getting arrested. And I guess that wasn't enough exposure for him because now there are questions about the nature of the attack. What really happened? How did the guy get in the house? Aren't there any security cameras? I mean, it's no surprise that some guy's getting hammered by another guy in San Francisco. Okay, cheap shot, but it's. No one's expecting this to happen to the Pelosi's. I mean, has crime gotten that bad in San Fran that even the elite have to watch their back? We can only hope so. So let's get into the news right now and read a little bit about this story. See if we can get past some of the mystery of what's going on. And in the end, I got something to say that really speaks to, I think, society at large, the response to this attack on Nancy Pelosi's husband. So, Nancy Pelosi, headline, breaks silence on husband Paul's attack. She's heartbroken and traumatized because it's finally hit home. Anyway, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said in a letter to all members of Congress that her family's heartbroken after a violent man attacked her husband, Paul Pelosi, on Friday morning in a couple's San Francisco residence. Yesterday morning, violent men broke into our home, demanded to confront me, and brutally attacked my husband, Paul. Our children, our grandchildren, and I are heartbroken and traumatized by a life-threatening attack on our pop. We're grateful for the quick response from law enforcement and emergency services and for the life-saving medical care he's receiving, Nancy Pelosi said in a Dear Colleague letter to all members of Congress on Saturday. Nancy Pelosi said that her family has received an outpouring of support from other members of Congress and wrote that Paul Pelosi's condition continues to improve. I wonder if all of these same people who had an outpouring of support for Paul Pelosi was there when Rand Paul was attacked by his neighbor. In fact, I think I recall Pelosi's daughter making fun of the fact that Rand Paul was attacked by his insane neighbor and broke a couple of ribs. But, I guess it all depends on who's being attacked, how much outpouring of support you get from Congress, right? Anyway, please know that the outpouring of prayers and warm wishes from so many people in Congress is a comfort to our family, and it's helping Paul make progress with his recovery. His condition continues to improve. We are also comforted by the words of the book of Isaiah, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen and help you and uphold you with my righteous right hand." Ooh, right hand. How did that fly into Pelosi home? It's always interesting to hear some people who ignore the Bible when it comes to politics, all of a sudden invoke the Bible. I wonder if she read anything about abortion in the Bible. Anyway, so here's an interesting shot of their home in case you wanted to visit the Pelosi's home yourself, with or without a hammer. They're showing you a nice picture and I guess an easy entrance into the back there. Another San Francisco joke. But that's not helping the situation much by showing where these people are. I'm not advocating that anyone gets hurt for the politics. I think that's brutal and barbaric. But I don't even know if this involves politics. Again, San Francisco, you have no clue why some nearly nude guy breaks into your house with a hammer. It could be anything. Could be someone they knew. I really don't know, to be honest. There's lots of questions, and I see a lot of people having questions about this whole event, affair, or whatever, this attack online. And this is my point, that I think it really speaks of what's going on in society and how politics has gotten in everything. I intentionally went to left-wing sites to read about this story. I went to MSNBC, went to ABC, CBS. I went online, and I love looking at the comment section in a lot of these articles and on these videos online. Because you learn a lot about how people are feeling when you read the comment sections. In fact, the comment section in a lot of these articles online and in these videos, I find them more entertaining and more interesting and actually more informative than the articles themselves in a lot of cases. And what I walked away with was I was actually kind of surprised at, even on MSNBC's site on YouTube and MSNBC, people are pissed. The Pelosi's aren't that popular anywhere, left or right. A lot of people are saying things like they should let this guy out in 24 hours, like they usually do when someone gets attacked in San Francisco or Los Angeles. I guess that would be fair. People didn't care how, they were like good for the Pelosi's. Now they get to feel the policies that they advocate, the lower bails, the defund the police. There were very few sympathetic words for the Pelosi family. To me, it doesn't matter either way, but like I said, ultimately, I don't like people being attacked, especially just if it's a political difference. Don't know if that's the case in this particular instance. They really did. They were hoping this guy was a right-winger, but he turns out to be from the extreme left. He is a Green Party member, from what I understand. He's in the Black Lives Matter, LGBTQT, and all that stuff. So he ain't no MAGA Republican in any way, shape, or form, which leads me to believe this story is not going to have legs. It's going to die off really quick because they can't squeeze any political juice out of it. He didn't even have the balls to use a gun. That would have helped him out if he used a gun. Might not have been so good for Paul, but overall, the Democrats could have loved that to make an anti-gun have an anti-gun event, especially now, so close to midterm elections, because they need to change the subject. But this guy brought a hammer. He didn't bring a gun, so that's definitely not helping their story, helping him change the story that's going on across this country. Anyway, so this story's going to get buried with the quickness. But yeah, that's my biggest takeaway from Mr. Pelosi being attacked, was that, thank God it's not serious. Again, I'm glad that's the case. But it brought out how people really feel about the Pelosi's. It's amazing that Nancy keeps getting reelected because she does not seem to be all that popular, even in her own district and even among the left. Lots of questions, again, about this story. Maybe we'll hear about them. Probably not. This whole thing will just go away, just like his drunken drive in his Porsche did a couple of weeks ago. So on with the midterms, head to the polls, and we wish us quick and speedy recovery for Mr. Pelosi and an early retirement for his wife. But that's my comment. What's yours? Like, share, comment, and subscribe.